Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the new moon in Scorpio reading. This is for all signs, so it's for the general collective. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot, which is the same deck I've been using for the November mid-month readings, which are about a third of the, about 3/4 of the way done. So check that out. The rest of the signs will be coming up in the next couple days, maybe a few days. We'll see what happens. Okay, so this is a 5-card reading. Again, we're using the Cosmic Tarot. Chariot showing up here, Cancer energy, and we have the Prince of Pentacles, Earth energy. The Chariot could be talking about, rapid developments, rapid movement forward. For some of you, this could be talking about travel and relocation. Right, obviously with the holiday, people may be traveling, but also people may not be, right, because of other things going on. I'm seeing here the 3 of Wands, so there's a need to have patience, but this is telling us that, right, this 3 of Wands in this deck to me really sort of reflects that as above, so below, right? Pulling down that 5D spiritual energy into your 3D space in terms of what it is that you want to manifest. You have the 6 of Wands here, which portends a victory, but I feel like some of you, it's like, there may be some release of past hurts, past disappointments, losses, anything that you sort of need to just let go to in order to be able to call in new energy and to be able to move forward. Strength card coming up here, Leo energy, okay? And it's interesting because this spread is going to talk about an area of strength for you, okay? Again, it's a 5-card reading. So the first card is what you are being called to transform. You have the Justice card, so balance, right? The second card is what you are being called to heal, 3 of Cups. So this could be talking about, your heart space. Okay, and we'll get more into that energy a little bit later. 6 of Cups is the area that you are being called to release. So it definitely could be talking about, past attachments, past wishes, desires here, because I'm seeing the 9 of Cups energy. Again, letting go of old things that perhaps didn't go your way, didn't go the way you would have hoped or wanted, but that's so that something new that you do want to bring in and manifest can come in. Where you draw your strength is the King of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And remember, we saw that Prince of Pentacles right at the beginning, and look at that, true pair. This is where you draw your comfort, your Queen of Pentacles. I'm literally getting like a father-mother dynamic. Now, obviously for some of you, it doesn't have to be that specifically, right? This doesn't necessarily have to be talking about your parent figures, or maybe you're a parent, but it's really interesting that those energies are coming out side by side. Again, where do you draw your strength? Where do you draw your comfort? Ace of Pentacles coming up here at the bottom. So for some of you, this could be talking about an influx of money, perhaps sometimes this talks about a raise or a promotion or a bonus or, a loan or some type of gift. For others of you, this could be talking about a business idea. Sometimes still this Ace of Pentacles in some occasions can also talk about pregnancy. Okay, so again, we could be talking about for some of you, this could be talking about sort of meeting your partner, your person that matches you energetically here, right? With the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I do feel the sort of overriding kind of needing to make a decision kind of energy. And it doesn't have to be so literal, right? This, it could be, like in some cases, it could be, maybe someone has more than one options in terms of romantic partners, and so they need to choose. Maybe someone has more than one, work sort of opportunity, and they have to pick one or the other. But this could again sort of be deciding about an energy that you choose to show up in, what you're sort of choosing to focus on, as opposed to what you are allowing to let go, right? Sort of really being in that flow of life where whatever needs to go, you let go and release, and whatever it is that's being called in or that comes in, you allow and accept and receive graciously. Okay, so again, coming up in the beginning, what am I being called to transform here? The Justice card, Libra energy, right? And I always get, right, this card to me always portends balance, right? Having this sort of balance of your dualities, your masculine and your feminine energies, for example, or your heart space and your head space, okay? Or just finding more balance in terms of your life, in terms of work and rest and play. For others of you, this could be, of course, again, talking about some type of connection with another person. It doesn't have to be, but for others of you, again, it's a very sort of internal thing, right? And of course, with new moons, it's a great time to sort of set new moon intentions. So think about perhaps intentions that you can set in order to bring more balance into your life. Maybe even, before you do your intention setting, meditate for a few minutes upon what does balance sort of look like and feel like and mean for you, and then set your intentions accordingly, okay? What's being called to be healed here is the Three of Cups. So again, I'm getting your heart space. It could also be, a connection or a dynamic at work in which there was, sort of like, I'm just getting this energy of triangulation. Okay. So, in the more obvious sort of sense of that can be talking about, a third party dynamic and a connection, right? Someone maybe stepped out on the relationship, or, it doesn't even have to be that there was like another romantic interest or partner. It could be that work was a third party, right? Work sort of getting in the way, or sort of a meddlesome family member or friend, well-meaning or not. Okay. So that's what's being called here. Again, to sort of be healed. Okay. Whatever, I'm feeling like there might have been sort of friction, or I'm feeling like sort of a sense of competition. Again, to me, this is, I'm feeling like whatever this may have been, it feels like it sort of calcified the heart space, right? That someone sort of is, again, in this sort of defensive or very guarded position in terms of their heart space energy, right? And the heart, of course, rules our love and our passion. And so, sometimes we protect the heart in order to keep from being hurt, but it's almost like that motif of like, when you build up walls, it only serves to keep you in and not necessarily keep out whatever it is you may be trying to keep out, nefarious or not. Okay. I'm also getting to that there's this real call to embrace this energy of happiness and joy, right? And I know that sounds trite. I know that that's easier said than done, but it's really about, trying to consistently maintain a positive and optimistic attitude. And I feel like one of the ways that you can do that is by, again, really practicing presentness and awareness, right? When we're worried about the past, or we're too focused or anxious about the future, we're not enjoying the present moment, right? And this is sort of saying, celebrate your present moments. What is it in each and every moment of every day that sort of brings you joy, or to use that Marie Kondo method, that sparks joy within you, right? I'm using that phrase because I also feel like some of you may be doing like sort of a literal purge, okay, of like material sort of things or items. And as you sort of, clean your space physically, it cleanses it energetically. And of course, that has an effect on your own energy as well, which I feel like will also help to sort of clear up any sort of issues around the heart space here. Okay. So again, that's what's being called to heal. You have transformation. What am I being called to transform? Justice. What am I being called to heal? Three of Cups. And finally, what am I being called to release? Six of Cups. Okay. So Six of Cups, right, is a sort of very nostalgic kind of energy. It always refers to the past. So again, I do feel like for a lot of people with this new moon in Scorpio, right? And Scorpio, of course, is a sign of, it's the death card. It's the sign of change and transformation. And with death comes rebirth, right? An ending and a new beginning. So this is just saying letting go of past, especially past emotional attachments. Again, anything that sort of might be affecting the heart space here. Maybe this is someone, that you really wanted, or you wanted to sort of be your life-term partner, and maybe this is the dream job you thought you always wanted, and again, it doesn't have to be anything sort of necessarily recent. It could be things that sort of harken back to your distant past, even for some of you, perhaps as far back as childhood, right? So this could be talking about that inner child healing work that we're all always doing, right? Healing is an ongoing process. No one is ever fully healed, and it's not a linear process, right? It's very up and down. So sometimes you may feel like, oh yeah, I'm completely over that thing or that that person. And then, you know, at other times you may be like, why is this sort of coming back up? You know, it's coming back up so that it can sort of be addressed, so that you can sort of take away whatever the learning lesson was in that, because that learning lesson is what's based in love here, right? Which is all of what the cups energy is about. So again, remembering, of course, we don't have to forget people, right? We don't have to forget necessarily past experiences, but we don't have to sort of keep reliving them or keep pining after them. We can sort of use them as the stepping stones that they're meant to be to creating and fulfilling something else in our life. And again, I do feel like for a lot of you, there is either a new connection on the horizon. If it's, you know, not necessarily a connection, maybe it's some sort of, you know, someone you're going to work with possibly. Okay. Or this could sort of be, you know, some other person or thing or energy that just sort of comes into your life that feels very significant, tied to a new cycle for you, right? And again, that the Six of Cups there, what's being called to release. And like I mentioned, King of Pentacles, this is your source of strength. Where can I derive my strength here, right? So this King of Pentacles is such an interesting depiction of the King of Pentacles, right? And again, we have a true pair here, right? So in terms of the energy of both of these individuals, we'll say, it's a very abundant kind of energy, right? Pentacles energy is all about having, and it's not necessarily monetarily, though it could be talking about that, right? This could be talking about, again, sort of coming together, perhaps joining a union, creating a home and a stable foundation with someone else, or in a similar sort of dynamic kind of at work. And as I said that, it was 11:11 on the recording. But, you know, so again, very stable, grounded, practical kind of energy, right? And that's where the abundance lies, right? Is in basically how tethered your energy is. And it's basically like the stronger your grounding is, the stronger your centering is, right? Which allows you to have control of self, right? Which is the only thing that you control, because you can't control other people or, you know, sort of external factors, try as we might. You know, that's what allows to me anyway, that's what allows the alchemy, the manifestation to sort of grow and build abundantly in all ways, monetary and otherwise. All right. So with this King of Pentacles, where you sort of draw your strength, again, I'm getting this sort of a symmetry between this Justice card and the King of Pentacles. And for some of you, again, it could be talking about sort of a father figure or someone that you sort of look up to. Don't necessarily pay attention to the gender. That was just sort of a dynamic that I was getting. It could totally be, you know, reversed, and we could be talking about a female energy, but maybe has a female, right, a woman who has a more masculine kind of energy. But again, I am picking up on the signs of perhaps Libra or Capricorn here. Okay. This could be, you know, again, for some of you, this could be talking about doing some inner child healing work, which of course would have to do with, which would relate to the relationship with your parents, right? And of course, if you are a parent as well, the parallel sort of only goes even further. And I do feel like, you know, again, in terms of figuring out what is it that I need to transform, and in terms of bringing in more balance, I'm seeing this Two of Pentacles energy, right? Because we can see this King of Pentacles is holding two pentacles in his hand, and it's as if he's sort of thinking, you know, to whom am I going to give this, or what is it that I'm going to choose? And again, I'm getting this motif of like, it's less so about a tangible sort of thing, right? It could be, again, for some of you, it could be about deciding between two people or several opportunities, that kind of thing. But I'm getting more of like, how am I going to sort of invest and expend my own energy, to whom and to what, right? What is it, again, that sort of brings me the most happiness and joy here, right? And that leads us nicely into the final card, which is this Queen of Pentacles. What is your source of comfort, right? And again, for some of you, this could be talking about a parental dynamic, mother-father here with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be, but the Queen of Pentacles, it's so interesting the way that these energies are showing up. The tarot literally never lies, because the Queen of Pentacles is nurturing, is caring, is giving, right? And it's her source of abundance, and also giving that nurturing and caring and compassion to oneself, and buoying up, again, your own grounding and your own center in that way that allows the Queen of Pentacles to be sort of abundant in terms of her nurturing and caring energy with others, right? And so again, there may sort of be like a literal sort of mother-father dynamic or person, okay, that it is that you're looking to, again, as your source of strength and as your source of comfort here, okay? Just as a last sort of aside, I feel like for a lot of the collective, and I know that like for Geminis, for instance, in particular, this came up in the guidance that I posted on Friday to Instagram, which was just like some little self-care card pulls, but it was talking about, you know, if you have some sort of business idea or something that you even want to pursue, whether it's professionally or academically or personally, okay, or in whatever sort of case, right? Apply it however it resonates for you. There's this really lovely sort of energy around us, okay? And it feels like it is tied to the new moon. So again, think about this in terms of your intentions, right? But if there's something that you're wanting to do or something that you're wanting to pursue, I feel like really, you know, sort of like, you know, maybe even doing some type of like meditative visualization, because I'm seeing this like co-creation again, like that 3 of Wands energy that we saw, right? That as above, so below. But it requires like your effort in terms of, you know, working on yourself here in this 3D environment, and then visualizing and working with your 5D support, right? Your angels, your guides, God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. Again, we have the Ace of Pentacles showing up here, okay, which we talked about earlier. And I just want to look at the 8 of Wands here. So there could be a lot of communication happening around a lot of you. Okay, this was energy we've sort of been picking up on all year, that it like most of 2020 sort of seemed like kind of slow and like uneventful. Granted, like, you know, totally unprecedented, but I feel like now as we're in these final 2 months of the year, like things really start moving more rapidly, right? And that speaks to that Chariot card that we saw at the beginning of the reading. So that 8 of Wands can talk to sort of an uptick, you know, in activity. Okay, again, could be communication with people, could also be communication with, again, your higher self, your guides, and your 5D, because that 8 of Wands can talk about paying attention to sort of spiritual messages or downloads. I know I sound like a broken record, but I always say, you know, journal your dreams if you remember them, and just generally journal as well, okay, in addition to sort of any other grounding practices or rituals or activities that you use. All right, so thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I do hope that I should say that there was an account that I saw this spread on, an Instagram account. So yeah, I can't remember the name though, shoot. Oh man. Anyway, if anyone's curious, just reach out to me and I can definitely send you the link. Okay, y'all. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this reading helped and resonated, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Take care. Bye.